When we talk about foreign nations trying to influence our elections, we typically think of disinformation campaigns and hackers, like the one the Attorney General was just talking about with Russia the other day. We don't often think of assassination plots against our candidates, but now it's time to start. Stunning new details are emerging of Iran-backed plots to kill several of the biggest and most recognizable names in American politics. New FBI records reveal plans to assassinate President Biden, former President Trump, and former presidential candidate Nikki Haley, as well as other top U.S. figures. It's a very real threat resonating, especially after we saw the attempted assassination of Trump during a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania earlier this summer. It's not related to what the Irans are accused of doing. At this point, there's no evidence the shooting is connected in any way to Iran. The records outline a scheme to take revenge on the United States for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, a top leader in Iran's Revolutionary Guard. Now, Iran may be putting so-called bad actors on U.S. soil, that much closer to their targets. NewsNation's Joe Khalil joins us live from Washington, D.C., and there's some really detailed things that have been unearthed in these assassination plots.
Yeah, there have been. And just when you consider, Elizabeth, who is on this list, it almost does not seem real. President Biden, former President Trump, Nikki Haley, but it very much is. And what makes this story stand out, and I think even more disturbing, is that these are not hypothetical or theoretical plans that we're talking about here, sponsored by the Iranian government. These are very specific plans where they're actually putting people, bad actors, on the ground in the United States and moving forward with these plans. So that in itself is shocking. The only reason we now know that is because Senator Chuck Grassley released these FBI files describing in pretty specific detail what was going on here. So we know that there's a man named Asif Merchant. He's a Pakistani national, but hired by Iran, came to the United States sometime around June is when he landed on the FBI's radar, and they picked up on it. He was given very specific amounts of money, $5,000 per assassin, and it was effectively his job to locate people who were going to be carrying out the plans to murder, to assassinate all of the figures that we just mentioned. What he did not know was that some of the people he reached out to do this actual killing were FBI agents undercover. And that's ultimately what got him caught. They continued in their correspondence with him. Eventually, he was going to have this plan carried out and then leave the country around July 12th. And it was then when the FBI ultimately arrested him. We know a lot about this plot because he admitted as much in their FBI interviews. So all of this, as you mentioned, in retaliation for the death of Qasem Soleimani, the top Iranian general that was killed back in 2020 in an American strike, actually. President Trump ordered that strike. What we've also been able to confirm is that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and also John Bolton, former UN ambassador, not in this specific plot, but have regular threats against them from Iran that are credible and require 24-hour security, Elizabeth.
Right, security that's been going on for quite some time since the assassination of Soleimani. Joe Khalil, wow, thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.